All right, everybody, welcome back. Sorry about the abrupt cutoff last time. My PC crashed again, but I've changed every setting known to mankind now, and moved the recordings to a completely different drive. So now the C drive has like nothing but Windows going on with it. I think the autosaves too, but it was, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. That's all I can do. I found a few posts about it, so not overly concerned. We're right where we left off though. I have autosave at 10 minutes. The few steel things I placed aren't there, so we're gonna place them right away. And we're researching amphibious vehicles. Right? So like sick. I'm actually pretty excited for those. I think they can build the bridges from both sides. I'm not sure. And as you can see, taking a nice tour, we have walled our vehicles in. So we got a whole bunch. Look at, man. Don't start with me today. Did you see that? They even have to go out. Right, I made it, so there was no point to doing that. Why are you doing that? Guess sometimes you just gotta get a little mud on the tires, eh? Anyways, we should place some steel, because I assume the amphibious vehicles are going to want steel. I don't think we need much to start. That's what I was going to go with. But I'm really not liking how this factory's turning out, which is kind of good, because last game I never went to the tier 3 metal, because my tier 2 metal was so nice. Whereas this game, this one can be bad enough. I won't want to keep using it. I probably could have left that, actually. Let's see. But yeah, sorry about leaving it so abruptly. At least we get back into it. If you're watching the VODs, you just kind of teleport between. For me, it was a very stressful day. Yeah. So these each eat 30. These belts can do 60. I want to provide 60 over here. Just like that. They don't eat that much coal, so they should be fine there. Let's flip this, actually. And the slag can go there. Second time I fixed this. Doesn't actually matter, it's just in front of the thing. How much smoke do they make? 24? 48, 72, what do you do? 60? They're actually throttled by smoke. I can give them both their own smokestack. So the reason I like piping it all together is because later when you go to recycle it, it makes it much easier. Because you already have it all going to one place. So, if possible, I like to set it up initially, and I just remembered we have the large smokestack. So, we're just gonna do it. Can you put this up? It's actually doable there. I don't like that error symbol, though. I try not to make them. Yeah, Yeah, so that's already hooked to those two. You know what? That's stupid too, actually, because then I can't bypass it. Because there's nothing to bypass. It goes straight into the sky, no matter what. Yeah, they do need to have a pipe. That's gonna come there. This still has room to go this way, actually. I should have expanded it this way. Why didn't I do that? Just have to move this belt. See, sometimes a fresh set of eyes is good too, right? Like, we did play for 8 hours yesterday. There's no real need for that to be there. I should leave everything hooked up. Did I just unhook everything? Yeah. Yeah, why didn't we just move this? What we did doesn't even make sense. This doesn't even need to be in the sky. Out of my way, buddy. And this belt was slightly too full, but we'll be able to upgrade it at some point. Now, I think I just... Output full. Oh, we're just full of metal. That's an excellent problem. Now, what I'm trying to make is steel. But steel starts as metal, so... Let's rerun through the process. For everyone who didn't just finish the previous video. It goes from molten iron, and then we have to put it into... yeah, an oxygen furnace. And then from there, we have to put it into... You can right-click on anything to just bring up the menu of what uses it. It's fantastic. A cool caster. Now, if only I could take this. Oh, build it. Yeah. Perfect. Numbers 12 and 6 water, and this needs 24 to make 12. And one of these makes 24, so it's 1 to 1 to 1. Might actually just be able to fit it here, because this is 1 to 2, right? It's actually it's the same amount of buildings. You need more iron than this, is the flip side of that. This just isn't enough stuff. That's the slag. That's why that was so high. I have to get there. This can move too, actually. This doesn't have to be here. Nice spot for it, though. So, what I was thinking yesterday is... it's already kind of weirdly balanced. Like, this belt has 72 going on it. It can only hold 60, which means this red stuff is backing up. And I could make some type of system where when either... because I don't balance... I don't know if you've noticed. I don't balance my belts. I like full belts. I prefer everything to be full. That way I can just see it's full. I know this game has really good graphics for it, but I just like full belts. And I can make it so that, like, let's say steel's full. Instead of these just idling, this molten stuff goes, or if iron's full, sorry, the molten stuff gets diverted into the steel. Is there a molten balancer? There is. That would let me tell it to go to the correct place first. Now this is all way too close together for that to work. I don't know why I picked 3 spaces at the start. It's 4 spaces. If we just did 4 spaces, that's all we needed was 4 spaces. No, this has to stay on the ground. Curious, can I put this in the air? Why? Doesn't have to stay on the ground, it just has to be level. Interesting. Three spaces isn't enough to get 2 out and 2 back. Now, what does it do? 120? These have a massive throughput. Right, this is 60. Yeah. I could take them all out. No, I only have 1 space here. Because of the line. Because of the line. $120? What's that? 5, right? Yeah. Right, so 24. Which one did I use? The right one? 48. 72. Math. Haven't drank my tea yet. 96, 120. 120. That's a perfectly full belt. And that... then we can put more here still. Probably doesn't matter. That goes into here. Maybe I should put it here. So what's this going to use? Anyways, I can fit that in when I figure out what I'm doing. Point is, that is going to be balanced wherever it is. Whoops. Sorry, buddy. What did I just do? And then this is going to do whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then come back. Down into there. Down into here. And that's it. And then, when these are backed up like they are, the balancer will be told to prio that way. But then when they're backed up, they can fire it down through the steel. Take 3 belts to run all those. There's also no real good way through here. So we're going to dig all this out. I was going to dig this out too. Although we're not going to get this close. Well, that's too many now, though. But we're going to want one at least dedicated for steel. Yeah, perfect, perfect. And then these, we're going to do that with the slag. And then this balancer thing. We can't connect it directly to that. Let's try that. Goes in, goes out. Cryo the base iron. Might as well join the party, bro. Now we're gonna need 3 iron belts. I'm gonna show you a neat trick. Belt does 60, right? But these don't have a throughput. They're whatever you put into one of these, because these don't change tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. This U-shaped connector is always the same. You can even just place them, right? Flat connector. There's no tiers. They have unlimited throughput. So like I could set all 3 of these to be iron, right? And then have my trucks keep picking up the dirt. But eventually we're going to want to belt the dirt and rock out and do something else with it. So what you can do is you just take one, and we're actually going to want to go this way, I think. Yeah, that was just because they keep parking here. But yeah, so we can take this. That's 60, right? Unlimited throughput, so that's 120. 3 belts off 1 node. Looks better if you do it straight. Nine belts off 4 nodes. Probably a better way to do that I haven't thought of, but I don't think so. I'm using every tile. My trucks have to be able to get to one of them to do iron scrap. You don't have the scrap recipe. Trucks aren't allowed to come here. Do that. They can bring scrap here because you just get scrap sometimes. You need to be able to process scrap. And I use this red pavement to tell me where my trucks have to go, so I don't accidentally block a path. So anywhere it kind of just looks like it's off to the weird, that's like, don't block that. You know, this is my con. Don't block that. So don't block that. See, we need to bring coal here. Don't block that. We kind of swap materials after a bit, but it's the same idea. Anywhere there's a little road is something that has to be touched. Other than here, this is how big the biggest port, I think, is. So these are 10 tiles, so I just added 30 tiles. I think. Let's go bribe a settlement. We need to find corn somewhere. Ooh, wow. Yeah, everything else should be good. Yeah, I think I can block this. Yes. So that's 1, 2 off that one. See, I can put another, not really. Just have to drive in there. Two off that build. They only need 12 coal each. So as long as I have 2 belts. Good. This belt goes up super early. That's slag. Okay, where's the coal? Over here. Being brought by truck too. They don't make much slag, eh? Well, 24, 36. Yeah, that'll be fine. Yeah. Him and 48. They can both put their slag here, which should really... No. Yeah. And then we can use this belt for these ones. Yeah, and then this can fit under here. Yoink. Still confused on the coal. And we're gonna need another iron. I think I built another storage. Kind of want to belt it into here. I'm gonna take this coal belt. Come on, buddy. Why is it building a box? There's no connection there. Oh, because it's going... Yeah, okay. It's going from one input into another input. It's like these don't match. These don't go together. The round piece goes into the square hole. Yeah, it's supposed to be that. That. And then I get this line. Why not? Whoa. Looping. Yeah, you're cool. Just... What are you doing? Oh, you're hitting that. Okay. I am holding coal, correct? Yes. Yeah, I think this goes here, and it holds iron. Tell them to fill this one. And then this one just needs to, go there. It needs to go there and there, but I'm actually going to put it off one here. Because then I have that node on the entrance, and I can pull a third belt off that one entrance if I need to. Which now that I say that out loud, why didn't I just do that here? Probably could have made it a bit easier. Anyways, it's all hooked up now. Why was I going to belt this into here? Just because it's bigger, and this is for maintenance, and this isn't. I don't know how high it needs to be, or how close it needs to be for the trucks to be able to get by it. They need to be able to touch this one. Now I could put another one here. That's not going to work, is it? But then how are they going to get here? Oh man, I'm just going in a circle. They don't have that. That doesn't need to be there. I don't know. I think even if it is, they'll be able to pick up through it. Do you think they can pick up through? I think they can pick up through that. It's not a good place for it. Kind of ridiculous. Does it work? No. So this one goes to these two. This is the slag input from everywhere. Could put a stacker there. Probably get the belt out. Hey, Mr. Fabulous. 25 months. Crazy. Man, it really doesn't want to go straight there, eh? We're just playing some Captain Industry here. Trying to make steel, but I'm only placing iron. That's all the slag hooked up. I wonder if we got rid of that one first. Nah, that doesn't help anyone. I'm trying to get way too many belts out of here. All from here. Man, if only, eh? That's the minimum space they need. Okay, that makes this a second hole belt, though. So those two can be supplied by this one. This can only supply two. I'm still one machine short. Oh no, okay. This one goes into two. And I can put 60 there. Yeah, we got it, we got it. Now I just gotta connect it to this. And then this one goes here. No, we can raise that one. So this belt, it's these two. This belt, it's these two. This belt, because that has unlimited throughput. It's these two. It's just the coal I have a problem with. This coal belt. It's all three of those. And I need to plug coal in right here. You know what, actually? I could plug it in there. They don't use that much coal. Why am I? I should just tear this down. Yeah, no, I want to take it off this way, though. Cannot join if... Ah, it's underneath. No. That's why it's there. $12, $24, $36, $72. So we do need two belts. All right, let's just... Here you go, buddy. Did I just click the wrong thing? Ah, I just clicked the wrong thing. I should have started with these if we're going to use them anyways. You okay? Weird. I mean, not really. We have a lot of stuff, but... To glories of Bill. Oh, it'll go this way? Yeah, just come this way. And then come here. I guess I just can't get down there. I really... Like, that's nicer, actually. Here. Flip that. Gonna need more coal. None of their pollution is connected. That's why I started doing this. This makes pollution too. They're gonna go over here. It's just a pipe though. I don't think it really matters. Other than it comes out this side, I mean. Am I ever gonna want to use both those? Maybe. Yoink. Much cleaner than the other one. Now, you can either do it like this, get 2 junctions, or if you go 1 over and then up, you can join on the ground. Oh, I didn't do it. There. Put it down there if you want. All the pollution hooked up. I don't really like playing with planning mode, actually. Although I should more. That should still function like normal. Once it's built. Better, actually. Well, not better. It was already jammed, but it should have infinite molten stuff now. And then we're going to put these here. I could probably boost a bunch of this. We're full of metal, though, so I'm going to let them build it. And I should mention again, now that there's a bunch of you here, it did crash again at the end of yesterday, if you made it there. If it happens again, if I just abruptly leave, I have to figure something out. But I moved most of the stuff off of the C drive, so it's not doing it. I don't know. There were like 15 different issues it could be, and I solved all of them. Hopefully. There's one last one, but it's a weird bug. It's only been reported once, but it sounds like my exact issue. My C drive just disappeared. I don't know, so weird. It's weirder that it happened twice. Anyways, yeah, if I miss a bit of chat today too, I got hardware monitor and task manager and all of the managers open. So I might be a bit slower to respond to chat because I'm watching that too. This computer runs so cool though. I didn't even know computers could run this cool. Like, where's the issue? My last computer would bounce off limiters. When I got it, it came with the stock Ryzen cooler, like that little circle one with the fan on it. That's like just a fan size cylinder that blows directly onto the motherboard kind of thing. And it would just bounce off 93 degrees constantly, which is where it would lose clocks. Putting a cooler on that computer made it like twice as fast. How's the spaghetti today? Al dente or soggy? Somewhere in the middle. So what happened was, right? I had the pot on, but the pot was too small. So I put the spaghetti halfway in and it was sticking out over the edge, right? So one half of each noodle is soggy. And then I was able to fold it in without breaking them when they got softer. So that half is al dente. That way you please everybody. More secret cooking tricks coming up. That way you please everybody. How do you like your spaghetti? Yes. Here you go. Right from well done to al dente in every single noodle. I'm actually not a big fan of al dente. I would rather overcook. So what we've done here now is this is all going into this balancer because these are actually really fast. And then the balancer is going to pry out the steel. Yeah. And then any excess when the steel back or when the iron backs up will get forced into steel. I think it'll figure it out. Yep. Let's make sure. Huh. Man, what an awful pasta I just described. It's a good thing Twitch isn't in Italy. I would have been insta-banned. This is still the next step of the iron, isn't it? You still... No, it's not. No double take. Straight pan. Yeah, I wouldn't even argue it. Like, some things you just deserve. I never did pipe the iron in. Are they doing that? Put iron here. Whoops. Almost hooked it all back up. Yeah, I'm gonna move this. I'm not supposed to put more metal here. We've already expanded it enough, but And it just, I don't know where to stop. It fits so well. I'm looking at nothing. Delete that. Well, now I want to put this here. Well, of course I do. It makes sense. They're both from the same thing. No, this can go on the... Ooh, that's a nice spot. Beautiful. Even better. Goes there. This goes here. That goes there. We prio out. Don't even know how that happened. Because these take 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, 84, 96. Actually, we could do 10 on one belt. So we're more than good enough. But we want to prio out that. That is the metal. Okay, no, this should be shared with this. So we're prioing the iron. And then these take 24 to make 12. Why do I place everything so close together, you know? It's only gonna hurt. It actually fits there, though. Oh, but then it's off that belt that I didn't want. So that's a different prio. Yeah, well, I'll give it one tile. We'll give it one tile. Can't even do that. Only because the symbols disappear and I'm going to wire the oxygen into the exhaust. Okay, let's just do the exhaust because we have it. I almost did it anyways. Boom. $96, $120 should be good. Although how many can go on a belt? 5. Yeah, we have 5 on a belt and then a 6th one in by itself. That's right. So then this belt can only hold 5. But these only eat 12. So it'll never eat it all. Yeah, this is gonna work great. Not a fan of pasta. You'd rather overcook it and then put it in a blender so it's mashed potato consistency. I microwave my Mr. Noodles for an hour. They start out hard, they go soft, and then they get hard again. One of my first streams where I'm not hungry. This needs water. Break off. Yeah, it doesn't exist over here. That's not really anything, actually. It kinda is, but it won't be in a minute. It's only there because I'm picking up the trash pile. Oh, it's experiment time. What kind of poutine did I have for dinner? I'll have you know it's maple sap season. I can just put 4 in a line right here. Thinking about deleting this. Putting them right here. And we're leaving 4 spaces so we can fit balancer if we ever want to. But we don't need to here. Then I can't expand these. Actually, if I put it here, I can put more of both of them because this can be moved easily. That's just the research building. It's kind of stupid. Well, no, because I guess it's 1-to-1. So if the first 2 hit the first one, should be fine. Oh, yeah, and then we can make this one hit that one. So the first 3 hit the first one. So only this one is bad, really. Oh, doesn't even have to be here. There, everybody hits the first one. Not that it matters because it's 1-to-1. I like to manifold my stuff. This is one case where it really probably is even negative. Now, is there any water here? That'd be pleasant. Using that one for the farm. We're using this one for the copper. But no, there is no belt. Where are they allowed to pick up water? Anywhere, probably. Pipe here, pipe here. You know what? I actually don't have to design that right now because we own trucks. Do they have to get here? They do if they want steel, which, what would I need steel for? There is steel road, so yeah, they would have to touch there. Which means I could probably put this here. It's a crappy road. I do still need to put these into there. Which is gonna block them, which means I have to move that anyways. Makes zero functional difference. Oh, that would. Stop doing what you're doing. That would. What did I just delete? Control Z. You're not deleting? Okay. It was just giving a blocked symbol there. I just want this to go here. Yeah. This isn't actually going to output anywhere. This is going to hold slag with settings similar to yours. Good? That's good. You're no longer anything. I was thinking about just spinning this around, deleting this one. And then getting the belt through here, but I think it's easier just to do this. Well, no, they're bringing the coal here too. Very good. This belt can go here. Only if there was a balancer, though. Otherwise, it's going to take too much. No balancer. Oh, never mind. I didn't realize the belt was already connected. Yeah, so we want to prio in from this belt. Although there won't be a storage for these then. Isn't it? Oh, but it would give me the error message there, eh? Cancel construction. Come here. So that's good there. And then these two still have to go here. I'm gonna dig that. Oh, that's up. That's right. A bit more reasonable. Now, the coal. I think they can still touch that. I'm not sure, though. I actually don't remember. I know I could just make it higher. They use more power based on height, 10 kilowatts. 4 kilowatts they do. They should be able to be 3 tiles away. So that should work. Well, they're bringing stuff here right now, so we should be able to see. Upgrade this. There's a test too. This one was 3 tiles. Who knows? They're actually stopping pretty far away. Now we need oxygen. That's not what I need. Fuel, gas, and oxygen. I do have lots of extra potatoes. Air separator. Oh, thank you. $36 oxygen. So I need 2 of them. We can fit more metal here if I ever need to as well. I actually can move. These are super easy to move, actually. They have to get there. That's right. Why is there 3 tiles everywhere? You know? Nitrogen, oxygen. I don't even think I need to store it. It's on demand. Okay, good. I thought it was going to provide the air symbol. Maybe it will once it's built. We'll have to redesign the whole facility over one error symbol. That's just saying two things can't connect, but I hate it. Bring me some stuff. Water still. Oh yeah, I never figured that out, did I? See, we might need more steel. Don't know where the water's going to come from yet. Probably inside the facility, though. Yeah, but the pipe's gotta come on this side one way. Click the truck. You hold water, bring it here via truck. You hold steel. You hold iron. Trucks aren't allowed to visit here. Yeah, but trust me. And then trucks can visit here, right? Then they don't have to come in here at all anymore. Shoot. Pretty sure when you upgrade this, it gets belts. How'd you get in here? There. Then they can get him there. I'm gonna give him a little... just to kind of remind me that we actually need to go there. That's this, eh? Yeah, because we have to visit those too. Boom. Nitrogen should go into the environment. Oxygen should go in here. Do you see that? So we're filling up the new metal warehouse. That's great. Working perfectly. We're filling up the new metal warehouse, right? So you can see the steel line is kind of lacking because the metal is absolutely fully producing. It's even backed up a bit, actually. But then the metal's going to fill up, and because we put it through a balancer, whenever it's full, it gets diverted into the steel. Or whenever this one goes, because it's over, only 5 can fit on one belt. Yeah, and then the metal restocks super quick, right? That one fills up. This one fills up. These get throttled off. You have to wait till they can't dump. Throttled off. Boom, there's their metal. Oh, no, we're taking more. Ah, we used a bit. We're still using a bit, yeah. Bridges. So overdid the metal to be safe. And once it's actually like spooled up and all jammed up, the steel should run close to full as well. Until we don't realize and we use all the metal and then the steel completely dies. It's probably a bad design for that, but... Beaut. Let's see what the bridges do. Also amphibious vehicles. We're upgrading the vehicle depot, so we'll see if that unlocks them. Ooh, bigger cargo depot. Out of building materials. You know what? We did just build that. And that was all tier 2 stuff. Yeah, makes sense. I'm actually surprised we had it, now that I think about it. That's the power. Ah, they're back onto the coal. They're knocking down the rock sometimes, and it really hinders them a bit. Yeah, that's all coal. Vehicle Depot 2. Amphibious truck. Vehicle parts 2. I don't have them. But that's real excavators. What do we need for vehicle parts 2? Something tells me we're about to move this. Oh, buddy, did I leave you there? Get out of here. That's a tier 1. This is tier 2. I guess we have tier 3 unlocked. Glass. Steel. Hey, look. We're halfway. No, we're actually full of steel, too. No, research, okay? We do need to do construction parts 3, but trash compactor, recycling, bridges, that's right. There's a new stacker too. Stacker towers and extensions, I'm excited. Glass making, sulfur, copper refinement, fertilizers, water recovery. Oh, whoops. Fixed it. Edicts, vehicle management. I still haven't got corn or soybeans. We should do that. And then the new research lab. You can't research anything past the research lab points without building it. I love the old stackers, so I'm super excited for the new ones. Assembly 3. Red parts. What do we need for red parts? Yellow parts and steel. Now I remember why we did that whole thing. Excellent. And the steel's right here. That's for the people, though. We can just bring this in here. We don't even have enough yellow parts. I think I might need to redo the parts. Yellow here, red here, purple here, I think. Empty that, please. It's going to be the one time they build something fast. Yeah, and now they won't be able to empty this. The one time. Do it. They got enough of it that I'm happy. So, where's the good assembler? I want to see all the recipes. So we can do wood or steel. I'm guessing steel is more efficient. It's more efficient wood-wise, at least. All right, so it's already set up with... I could belt the steel in there. They're pretty smart. Yeah, it's already set up with this. Why would I switch? Less concrete. 30 goes into 24 molten iron. That's the same for both. So you get 24 iron for 30 iron. And you only get 12 steel for 30 iron. Better iron-wise to use this. Yeah, same time. This is better for concrete and wood, but wood's renewable. And concrete's our biggest factory. Well, not anymore, but I have a giant concrete factory, so I don't care. So I'm not going to switch that to steel. And then this goes with electronics. So one of these can get soaked by one of these, and one yellow can get soaked by one of these too. I think I just build 4 of every single one. Putting too much weight on that. Can you get off the screen? I knew there was a button somewhere. Got upgraded all the tier 3, yes. I'm gonna leave a bit more space for when I mess up. Can't leave too much though, because I want to do that. That. At least that. Alright, and then nobody touches this one. Just a buffer. Probably make a bigger buffer. What do these need? Electronics. And then what's the next one need? Steel. I should probably let them build a bunch of yellow parts before I delete my factory that builds yellow parts, because I was just about to disconnect the belt that builds them. They're still assembly ones. See, I don't think these get jammed up. No, look, this can hold both gases at once. Yeah, so I have the nubs on this and just whatever. Burn whatever. Output full. Oh, of steam, not of smoke. Yes, we want to be full of steam. Oh, I forgot we upgraded this. My beautiful setup. It is, it's ruined. And of course, I left the exact amount of space, so I can't even really make it nice. I could move it. No, I'm still gonna go by entrances if I move it. You're not allowed to do that? That doesn't work either. So you can't do the trick on these. Get out of here. We probably want more storage now anyways. You alright, bud? There you go. Huh. Cool. Doubling the pipe into one pipe doesn't even make sense because one pipe can do one pipe of throughput, so putting two pipes into one pipe still chokes it into one pipe of throughput. It didn't even make sense. $3.5. I don't think they can get there. Ore sorting plant blocked with rocks. Yeah, so our trucks aren't busy. I was wondering if maybe they're not taking the rocks out of here. Because I have it belted. So I do have it belted. I'm turning the rocks and sand, or gravel and sand. And then I'm dumping extra rocks here to fill it in, which it looks like I don't need. But they should be able to just take these rocks and put them on the ground. Okay, well this one only goes in. So if I took it from anywhere else, where can they get to easily? What's this? Sand. Oh, that's just in case they get sand? Yeah. But they are always going to be able to go to there. Or until we put sand somewhere else. Yeah, I'll take it from here. Balancer, I think. I wish you guys could hear how furiously I click that when it doesn't auto-delete a single tile. You prio out the factory. If full, put it here. If full, put it in the ocean. There we go. I should solve that. Gotta restart. I know. There's so many restart moments. And again, we can do our little trick. Double the output. Not that it can get through right now, but both lines ever want to run full, now they can. You know what it is this needs to be prioed. But I can't put it in there because then they're going to pick it up here, bring it here. So we take it from all these first. These empty out. They're bringing it here. This also puts it in here, but this is full, so they bring it here, and that shoots it there, and then they're told to pick it up here and bring it here. Yeah, that doesn't work. There's now like 5 rock containers to get this sorted out. Really thought those were going to be nicer. You. Priority in from the factories. If they're full, you can take it from here. None of this that the trucks bring can get shot back into here, which they're going to dump. Now, if this is empty and this is full at one time, they will move it over here, which is good, but this can't go, it can't loop now. At the cost of 20 kilowatts. That was a bit better. And we can just never take dirt out of here. Ever again. No, you can put a stacker here. Connect there, stacker here. There it is. Beautiful limestone. Do we even need limestone for the concrete? Ah, yes, here, cement. Okay, we're good. It's just the renewable water that's empty because they still haven't cleared that. Are you free? Shoot. Yeah, whatever. Come there. They must almost be done. Shoot. Look at that. We're through. I really thought that was going to be more dramatic. Go. I don't want to knock down the trees. We are going to have to plant trees soon, actually. No products set to be filtered. Tree saplings. Trucks can export. They're not allowed to touch this one because that one's closer, but I'll let them drive down here for trees. No, we'll probably want to move those too, actually. Although that looks super nice. I like it. Trees. The belt fills up with vegetables. The trees can't get out. And the belt is full of vegetables. Not too concerned. We're gonna need... Forestry control tower. Now we bring the wood here. I feel like we could plant it in one of these to start. Oh, you can place trees manually? Yeah, screw that. I'm not doing that right now. I didn't think you could do this before. And you could only plant them, and they only planted in a grid, which is why I haven't cut down specifically targeted little groups of trees that I didn't think I could put back. Are they just like free? What do you cost? I can't click on it. Manually positions without having to use a forestry tower. Oh, requires a tree sapling. Why would I build the forestry tower instead of clicking 82,000 times? Can I cut them down? Ah, because they're a pain in the ass to place. I should probably wait to see if I can cut them down first, eh? I'm pretty sure you can. It's just a tree. Can't boost them. Okay, well, we'll find out. And in case I lose that one, we'll cut this one down. Oh, they need to be on grass. That's all it's mad about? I wish I'd known that. Alright, let's stop going nuts with the trees for a minute. Although I like that. Damn it. We haven't even grown one yet. Incorrect. Oh no. Oh. Yeah, because that goes there. And then when the wall eventually comes in, it's like this. But only here. Yeah. I'm turning it into Florida, and it's been winter for like 6 months at this point. They settle for Tennessee. If you put 2 full belt on the first prio, you need 2 full belt out on prio. Else you will always empty some. There's only 2 out belts. Yeah. Yeah, I just didn't want to loop it. I don't care if we empty it. I want to dump the rocks in the ocean. I just also want the concrete to be full first. And this wasn't keeping. So sometimes there's too many rocks. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes there's not enough rocks. Like when they're hitting pure copper, and then now it's all the rocks. But every once in a while, they're all hitting something really pure, and it was dying, which can't happen. So now, if they're all ever pure, they dump rocks here. If this empties out. But this shouldn't empty out, because it's prio by this. Not a fair distribution right now. It's 1 and then 1 for each of these. Just because of the thing. Doesn't let this one put through more because I do want to pull some trees out of here. 5? That's not many. To here, I guess. Do we have enough to disconnect it? You know, they only have 2 ingredients actually, but like, here's planning mode. I can belt these up before we build them just to make sure. That and electronics. Clear the belt, flip it around. Electronics. Yeah, that should work. Speed it up a bit. Don't know why I'm copying that. It's awful, but that's what we're doing apparently. It's actually not awful. It's pretty good. This also has 2 ingredients. Yep. That works there. And then we just need the steel. Still doesn't go straight. Okay, well then we're going down 1. Actually, it should go around on the outside, I think. So they can still touch everything they need to. And I can expand in easier. Right. And then there's still purple. Which is also only 1 ingredient, right? I can't even check it yet. We don't have it unlocked. There's no storage for it. Come on, man. Why only fast when I don't want you to be? That's your solution? That's all. I don't have a steel storage. It doesn't need to be here. I just thought it would fit nicely. I was mistaken. All my all-terrain lorries. They're confused because they've had to drive on dirt for the first time in a year. So it did just work, just going in. I feel like I could do the same thing here too. Have an electronics box. These. Yeah, I think I just needed to give it more space. There is no steel box though. That's kind of why I want this. Electronic. That's steel. Nobody touch? Yeah, you know, just buffers. Buffers for my buffers. Running out of electronics, actually, but we just built this whole new factory that can eat all of the electronics, so that's kind of to be expected. And we're getting red parts, which will just let me upgrade the electronic thing in a minute. Speaking of parts, did I ever load the boat? Yeah, man, go do that. Go bribe the island. You want to donate to the islands, and then you unlock more stuff with them. You decide not to go? I wonder if he's going to take longer once I block him in. Because we're going to block him in. We're past the deepest point by far. It was like here. I want to test something. The bridges. I haven't even clicked the button. I want to test two things. I think I want to test this other thing first. Where's my garbage? Where to coal? And this is why you bribe your neighbors. Can we trade, please? Yeah, build parts for coal. Gas for coal. It's already pretty high priority. Power. Why are we out of people? Are we sick too? Oh, I built like a million new things. There are a lot of parts, eh? 140, yeah. Low workers. We did build a lot of new factory, actually. They don't even have materials anymore. Oh, that's enough work. Oh, no. Unpause again, and it goes negative. You. 0 out of 12 megawatts. We didn't even make 12 megawatts before. You can do it. Spin. Need to make vehicle parts too. I should have included that here with the steel. Glass. That's right. Don't have glass. We'll do that next. See, I don't want to build another small excavator. Going to. Coal's been kind of low for a while. Should have been paying more attention to it. I think I went down too deep, but not deep enough at the same time. You know how it is. I feel like they got a good area targeted. There isn't much rock here. So they're just waiting on trucks though. I don't even really need that excavator. Coal trucks, full and parked. Okay, what are you doing, bud? Just full. Full and slow. No, why is he parked? You have a coal and a rock. It's out of power. Okay, it's out of power. Buy a bit more coal. Low electronics, low coal, low I just sold the diesel. Oh, is the power's good again. That demand is high. It's higher. This only makes 8, I believe. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yep. Large diesel gen. That's actually kind of good, but not what I was looking for. Where's the better generators? That's far. Yeah, it's Factorio, and you have a city, like, for your workers, and you have to feed them and water them. They're pretty simple, though. It's just this. And space, right? You need to add housing, which we're out of. You attract them with the beacon. We crashed a ship here 129 years ago, basically, is the plot. These were the shipping containers. I haven't upgraded them yet. And yeah, the trucks don't follow your roads or anything. They just kind of go between A and B. So I've been forcing them onto roads. But yeah, then it's factory builder too, right? And most buildings can take like a million different recipes, and you can mix the inputs and outputs and get everything going with way fewer buildings. The bridges, I have not. Bridges. Meant to click it. And then the power went out. I don't think we've researched the new... Oh, we can do the ore sand. We don't have red parts yet. Bridges, yeah. Where's the new bridge? Oh no, you have to put it in a certain place. They go on the mining designations. These are new. Never clicked the button before. $536 metal, $432 concrete. Hard to plan out the roads if you don't know how, right? Locked buttons at the start of the game. I don't even have storage. We are full of steel. We are high on concrete. Kind of want to get through here. Maybe build a bridge to here. I'm like, you know, we're halfway on this one. Now, it looked like it was giving me an error too. Let's revisit that for a second. Blocks, ship. Yeah, can we go higher? Failed to find bridge. It's right here, bro. Oh. Blocks ship. So if I put a bridge here and a bridge here, well, that's blocking a ship. And then here, your ship can't get through. Unless the bridge is allowed to be higher if it starts higher. And then it doesn't block the ship. Green ship. There it is. Okay. So you gotta make ramps up to them. You don't want the bridge to be low near the water. Okay for width, not good for height. That's pretty cool, actually. Per segment, yeah, I saw. You love ISO hips? I do not know what that is called in English. Contour line. Ah. Could be the same. I've never heard it. I don't claim to know all of the words. Eventually, we'll get there. I'm sure there's a word in German for it. So I made a big mistake last game not upgrading these. I wonder if we do upgrade them right away. I think so. Now we need red parts, and I need workers. And they need housing. I might as well finish upgrading the houses. See, now it's blocked with dirt. Now I don't have a dirt thing. Oh, my trucks are busy. Cool. Trash. That was the other thing I wanted to do. Sweet. Coal, you can have that. Metal. Stone. These are all made out of concrete. And then we're going to break it and see if it makes garbage. And if it doesn't, I'll start paving a bit closer to the edges. I think I can just do that, can't I? No. This is our dump. We're cleaning, well, we're burning it. Trucks, super busy. They'll get over it. No, I did tell them to. There's a lot of stuff that's not felted yet. It's also iso hips in English. That sounds like one of those words where you'd like, if you were in the industry, you would talk with it at work. And then when you were like talking to a friend at the bar or something, you'd be like, and there were these cool iso hips. And he'd be like, what? And you'd just immediately go contour lines. Wouldn't even question it. Just be like, yeah. You're not a scientist. I'm no botanist. Did we plant the trees? Did we plant any? I planted too many is the problem. Did we get any? I can almost guarantee you we didn't plant them, but we didn't get any. I'm saying we didn't plant them because I don't have a tree planter. Planting it requires a tree sapping and a tree planting vehicle. We can replace those after. It's all just materials. Number of workers available. Tree harvesters have no trees to harvest. I mean, I don't see why not, actually. Wonder if we can give them to the people. Collision with housing. There's still vegetables on the belt. $97 saplings. I just deleted those vegetables. It exists. Oh, look at that. He's got a revolver. Yoink. I just realized how long it's going to take me before I'm allowed to see if I can cut those down. Anyways, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be allowed to cut those down. They've just made them a pain to plant, so you don't do it like this. And if you spam click, it stops working completely. You know what? I probably am putting them on baby trees. That's probably what it is. Should be doing this somewhere else. Let's try it here. It gets really mad if you keep clicking. Oh, firs are even smaller. That was only like 40 trees or something, and we had 100. Yeah, we're gonna need the farm thing. I do want to try this though. This is neat. If we could get a rhythm going. Slightly too fast. And it seems to block you out even if you're moving the mouse like in blank areas. And it's by slightly too fast, I mean it's uncomfortably slow clicking them. Once I do that, all right, that's enough. Forestry taken care of. Not enough maintenance. Oh, that's really bad. Oh, we're out. Are we just above production? What's our max production? What's the consumption here? 388. And you make 220. Yeah, so as long as they're full, we're fine. Oh, we're out of electronics. That's what this is for. This belt's backwards. It's for when I miss that we're out of maintenance, so it can go back up while I fix it. Convenient. And I'm just gonna mention it again. The last 2 days I streamed this, my computer did crash so hard, the BIOS lost the C drive. So if I hang up on you again, it is an accident. Although I've made it so the C drive is doing basically nothing. I took it out, put it back in. Changed all of the low power settings to frig off. Cosmic Sunday. Thanks for the raid. Hello. You guys back in City Skylines today? Resistance is futile. We have our own aliens. Doing good, doing good. Just kind of losing a captain of industry. No, we're not losing. It's just overcrowded and I have things paused because we don't have enough workers and we ran out of coal and the power was off and the maintenance is at 0. But other than that, we're doing fantastic. And I learned how to plant palm trees, which I think is the important part. So we're going to make some nice little roads. And we made fences because the trucks in this game just drive everywhere. And I was like, I kind of want them to drive on roads. So we've been, but man. But we're doing excellent. Thanks for the raid. You guys forgot to follow Cosmic Sunday. While you were watching them, you can click that button right there. Captain of Industry, oh, this is one of the best factory games I think ever made. So we're on one of the new maps. It's pretty big. Right, and you do have to build your city, but there's not really much city building. Like there's tier 1, 2, 3, 4. This is tier 1 housing. We crashed on a ship 133 years ago. Right, and this is like our settlement. And then we have food and water, right? And we're providing those into the settlement. Power, we're taking the garbage out. I'm actually about to test and see if I destroy Brick Road, if it turns into garbage or not. But this was the initial landfill, and we've researched burners. You go through like a million techs. There's just a lot of technologies. And all of the resources are actually resources. Like the terrain is the stuff. So like if you want this, you know, you gotta mine it. And this is iron, mixed in with a bit of rocks and stuff. Right, and then this is our coal. And then, for instance, this patch just introduced bridges. I don't think I was supposed to still do it like this, but this is the old school way. You dump the earth into the ocean to cross over. Now, there are bridges now. And you definitely can't dig this back out very easily, but we'll see how it goes. And you have ships, and then there's the world map, right? We have an oil rig right now to kind of take pressure off our island's oil supply. And then you have a boat that goes around, and it does things. He can't actually get there because we don't have weapons yet. Let's try and go here. But that's just kind of like extra resources, little events on the side for when you're waiting. And then most of the buildings have like 1 billion recipes they can do. And I haven't done anything really fancy, but if you want to get fancy with it, you can mix all the recipes in one building and then cross the belts, as long as you're careful not to back them up. Like you can see those are different colors. Whoops. I didn't push anything that should have done that. Having a rough go too with the PC. But yeah, you can mix your belts into sushi belts and everything's pretty smart. The trucks go between A and B and do whatever. I haven't told a single truck to do anything. You're kind of limited in how many trucks you have. So you're not actually telling the trucks to do things. You're trying to run belts to keep them from doing things. Because anything that's not like belted in, they'll go do, although there's controls for all of it. You can be very particular with your people. It's a fantastic game. Not forgiving though. You lose pretty easily. Appreciate the raid. Enjoy your trip. Feel free to pop in when you get back to this planet. And yeah, we're still pretty early in the game. I just got steel going. So that's where we are, like iron, steel. We're very early. It ends up looking like spaghetti later. I think one of the best things about it is everything is really like, just like well done. You know what I mean? Like if I want to build a pipe here, I just kind of click there. If I want to build belt, there's a pipe again, but here's like a path, and then, you know, this is a different type of path. I would like to build this one now. Yeah, everything just works really well. They're like, I need water over here, you know? Help me get the water to here, please. Thanks. Now bring it back here. I love this. This is so stupid that it works. Yeah, you can kind of just run things wherever you want. We are on Earth, yes. No, we're trading and stuff. I always say that. I wonder, like, I actually think at the start, so one of the things is you repair your boat. And I think it would make sense is the second your ship leaves is just a mass exodus. Right? Because it's been 133 years, and some of them are, these shipping containers are over 100 years old, and they're just chilling in them. Now we are upgrading them right now, actually. Because I have the beacon on, which attracts refugees. At the cost of unity, which is kind of like a plus minus, you know. They're happy, they're healthy, they're well fed, so you get unity. Bonuses from food and electricity. Badness, oh, this is the health, sorry. Badness from pollution. There used to be a landfill stat here, but we're getting rid of it. Homeless, edicts, everything kind of balances out. All kinds of graphs, if you like graphs. There's our last 100 years. All time. This is electricity. Yes, yeah. You start on January 1st, 0000. I assume with like the tech level, you crash sometime in like, I don't know. I don't see cell phones, you know? So I want to say 90s. Although I don't know if there's cell phones in the game, actually. I feel like you're modern. You're modern enough. You know what I mean? That you're making computers and microchips and stuff eventually, and spaceships. I'd say you're within 50 years of today, but in the past, I think. What was I doing? We were gonna fix this. Yeah. And all I had to do was unpause them, actually. There. Electronics are fixed. These used to be our yellow parts, which are building parts. But we moved that over to here. They were just paused. So I deleted their belts, ran belts. Now we have 4 electronics going to the complete wrong place. How many do they make? 12? 60 fit on a belt, so. So they can all go on the same belt. Don't know what that's gonna be. New one here. Overcrowding. I have 300 build parts. I could just rush it. Do this. Normally they have to bring everything everywhere, right? Everything has to be transferred, but you can spend your unity to rush things. The pipe trench. Oh man. I haven't done any big pipes this game. Nothing crazy. It's actually one of my only blueprints though. It's the only one I can place right now. Yeah, there's a short on my YouTube with it as well. There's friggin' I don't use blueprints often. But yeah, we buried 14 pipes in our last game. How does this work? It was kind of like a V-shaped trench, and you can bury them underneath the ground. It actually looks super sick. It took so long, though. I bet you it took 20 extra hours of just idling in game, waiting for them to dig the trenches. Most complex city builder? Colony builder? I don't know. I think Songs of Six does definitely have the most different things that affect the people. Like, none of the production chains in it are difficult. They're all like wood and wheat to bread, and it ends. You know, iron, coal to steel to weapon. There's nothing like crazy in that. But each citizen is affected by like 500 different things. The dev actually made a post about that yesterday. Version 7.1 is coming in the summer, and they're hoping to hit 1.0 by the end of the year. And then he wants to hire a bunch more devs and make the game way bigger. I mean, steepest learning curve due to what? This game has a million recipes, right? So does Factorio. Like, Factorio has a very steep learning curve because there's things you don't know at first. You go through, recipes get better, you have to tear down your factories or choose not to. There's all kinds of decisions. This is like that too. If you consider this a city builder, I think this is more factory. But then, like, workers and resources just has jank controls and things that should work that don't, and things that don't work that should, and things that do work that shouldn't. Like, it has a huge learning curve, but it's mostly UI based. Which, like, that's one of the best city builders too. The people have a lot of wants and needs. There's very specific requirements that are challenging to fulfill, but can be fulfilled in 10 different ways, kind of thing. But most of the challenge is learning the ins and outs, whereas in this game, if you put a belt into something, it works. Do you know, like... So it depends what you mean by learning curve. Songs of Six has a big learning curve too. And a janky UI, actually. It's gotten much better since I first played it though. There's a lot of city builders I haven't played too often as well. Our first red parts. We haven't built anything with them yet. Fuel Station 2. Is that going to need maintenance 3? I bet you it is. We don't have that. Biomass. I'm not taking their compost. And like every game, once you get so many ingredients, you forget where they are. Captain of Industry and Workers would be your dream. That would be a great game. Yeah, like the city building from Workers. And like the placement, right? The non-grid, full rotation. Actually, Furthest Frontier just got an update as well, where the devs removed the grid requirement. They put angled roads in it. You can rotate the buildings freely like in Workers. I've been meaning to give that a shot. Oh yeah, okay. Let's do this test. Perfect. Does this make garbage? When you dig again, do it here. He only has like one truck. Didn't make garbage or stone. Okay, so we can just pave anywhere and not worry about it. I was worried it would break into garbage. I've already kind of paved everywhere, but... What are we going to make our bridge out of? A cobblestone bridge. The devs watching me right after they added bridges to the game, like, what are you doing? Do what I want. Is anything dying? What's that noise? Low coal. That's usually a bad one, but the coal's full, so I don't believe it. And I believe low electronics is fixing itself. I'm just taking a screenshot, a hardware monitor. I don't want to read through the whole thing, but when the computer crashes, I didn't even get an error. Well, I got kernel 41. Figure it's been running 4 hours. There's a problem showing. I can scan through it after. It's like 8 pages long. Yeah, I've never had my C drive drop out of a computer before, but I found other people having the same issue with the new Gen 5 drives. With long sustained writes, which is exactly what I did. What's the point of it though if the Gen 4 drives are better? Never had a problem with the other ones. Is really good. So actually, yeah, if you've never seen it, the dirt, right? This is loose dirt. It can't stack as steep as loose rock. So if it's more rock, it can be steeper. If it's more dirt, it'll fan out more, right? And undisturbed, like old rock that formed under compression, can be much, much steeper. But if I were to cut this down and pile it, I couldn't pile it back like that. And then garbage is even looser than dirt, I think. It doesn't stack very well at all. And oh yeah, once you hit a certain point, right, you can start an avalanche that can actually trap your trucks. If you hit it from, I try to repeatedly do it. I love it. You can teleport them home with the button, so it's not a big deal. Yeah, the terrain's one of the best parts, actually. The mining and stuff. One of my favorite patches. This is one of the first factory games I ever played. And very early on, they had a patch that was like, improved performance 10,000% or something. Because all of the particles do move. And I think there used to be a lot more of them. So then I have the realism settings on too. So if you don't have the realism and sorter settings on, he could go and dump this where they need copper and dump this where they need rocks. But that's not how dump trucks work. So you can turn it on and they have to go to a sorter. right? Because it's rocks and copper. That's useless to everybody. So he has to go dump them here, and then this filters the rocks and copper apart. Oh yeah, this is the resources. This is coal. That's the iron. Copper, limestone, green, water, oil, almost done. You can see it's low. I have them all turned off. We're getting oil from the ocean. Sand, oil, iron, gold. You could have just read this list. Big water there. Going well. Going well, thanks. Can't remember what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, we have people again, actually. Now, one problem with this factory we designed is it can actually eat all of its output. So we could get in a space where we needed a white piece, but they have to fill the red pieces first. I probably should have added 2 more of these, 1 more of these, then we'll always have a bit of excess. Only 1 more of these can fit on a belt. Anyways, they're starving because of electronics, so how have you not built that yet? Low coal. Great controls, right? Fill up with trucks. You can control the belts the same way. Empty with trucks. Priority level for your imports and exports. Priority level for power and workers and maintenance. Notifications. Notify if above or below or empty or full. One of my favorite things too is when you're building something, they get a separate little window for the construction. So this is just the construction. It disappears when it's done, and you can set the whole building up right away. Do everything you need to do. Mega sorter. No, we actually just unlocked the bigger sorters. We should start using them soon. I think I might combine these 2 into one. No, because then if one thing backs up, the other thing gets in trouble. These are just rainwater harvesters. I don't know how much they output when it's raining here. We use this first. Cryo. And then there's groundwater pumps, which has a reserve underneath it. They're only in certain places. And you can make them go dry, but it's raining, so it's going back up. Farms have crop rotation. Multiple types of fertilizer too, but we don't have any yet. And I manually planted a bunch of trees that we're going to cut down. Only my tree planter should have to drive here, actually. Which means he's worn this path himself. Okay, how? Anyways. I can put it there, and it'll change the color. I haven't been. Vehicles actually get reduced maintenance when they're on roads, but they don't follow them. That's what I was going to show you. You want to see the most frustrating one? Look at this. Look at this. Right? So you can only come from here. Nobody drives over here. There's no reason to. They can't touch that. That's water for the people. There's no reason to drive here. So they have to come from here or here. Right? And the only place they can go is here, rigid left, or here. They have to go around this wall. So rigid right. Right? So you'd think, right? There's this, if they have to come from here or here, they're already on the road. See? So, and they don't have to, they have to be on the road here or here. So where do they drive? Where do you think they're all going to drive? Yeah. And see, maintenance 1.7. 1.4. It's further, so he burns more gas. I just don't know sometimes. I get that. I have a Jeep. I'd do that. No, not after they painted the curb. Are you crazy? Seen the price of tires? Get some fuel. Looks like trucks park here sometimes. They reduced maintenance if they're parked on pavement. Full of metal too. See, some metal by the port. They're coming here for gas. They probably do it here too. Which one of these do you touch? This one? They don't go there. They do go here. Probably could have put it one to the side, eh? See what that looks like. Give him a little carpet. Just means they're a bit adventurous. Oh yeah, speaking of adventurous, we should turn this back off in a second. You can have multiple windows open. Which is good, because you kind of need to later. We're still at a very simple point in the game. Like, we're still flaring off. We're only processing medium oil. We're just flaring everything else off. Lots of trees. Our slag pile's getting full. Solved? New refugees. See, they'll bring scrap metal a lot of the time, or scrap copper. Which is why you need one of them to have access to the scrap in a truck, or once you start recycling, actually. What did I want? Glass. There's definitely a better way to get to this button than what I just did. It's called Glass Maker? Okay, I'm pretty sure I just typed the word glass. Oh man, look at that. Look at the timing. How did I not see that? There's so much going on, man. I don't pay attention to half of it most of the time. That's why I have these emergency backups. You actually don't need this emergency backup if you just pay attention to your maintenance number. Which does seem a bit low. Oh, 440s are max production. So when you see it like this, it means one of them's been throttling off, right? Throttling on and off. 440 solid. And it has been going up because we dropped it here by accident. That's where we flipped the belt around. But we are actually at max production. Now, I haven't upgraded them yet. So they can both just double. Glass making. We're gonna need to get sand for that. Actually, this is a good spot because I want to put the sand here. We actually don't have concrete. Okay, that uses it all now. Well, not all of it. I never demolished the old factory. Limestone's being slow. He hit rock. Oh, I see a whole bunch of pure limestone, right? That's what that is. Yeah. gonna scrape the bottom. It's all rock. You can see this. It doesn't show rock where there's just dirt and rock because it would be ridiculous everywhere. But it will show rock on top of something. So like there is limestone here, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what I mean? It's like 20 layers under the rock, whereas this is right on top. This here, see, it has 2 or 3 rocks on top of the limestone. And then that's fairly pure there. I'm worried about collapsing this corner in. Might not even need to, actually. Oh, wait. I shouldn't unassign them. Then I wouldn't have had to pause. That is too steep. And see, that's where it is now. I want to come back one. I want to go down. I actually want to come back 2 if we can. More like 5. One little step at a time. I want to scrape that because we're out of limestone. I think they would have driven out automatically. I'm gonna fill this in a bit. Because yeah, I'm gonna want to get that too eventually. I'm gonna cover it over. We can just come in. People are a bit adventurous. A nice little death spiral. No, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. We have a lot of backups. The main death spirals are food, which this says 16 months, but it only counts the food that's physically in here. We're constantly getting error messages. Farms can't store food, which means we have way too much. We have like 10 years worth of food. So I'm not worried about the food. You can run out of fuel. Coal is our power, and then maintenance. And I have backup maintenance, and you can get coal through trade as long as you have fuel, and our fuel is completely overkilled. Like, these 4 are paused, and we have 8 more laid out. We're only running on 2. And then if this were to fail, I never deleted our original fuel factory, which boosted can provide all of our gas directly from oil with no mixing. I found out pause things are just free. I didn't know that before. So you don't ever have to delete anything. If you pause it, the maintenance disappears and it becomes free. Oh yeah, watch the stream from 2 days ago. I lost the first time I played. Oh yeah, you can die real quick. I turned the autosaves up to 10. But like if the maintenance runs out, your vehicles all stop. Same with the gas. coal runs out, the buildings all stop. We ran out of power a minute ago, actually. Speaking of, we should bribe our neighbors more. Load ship. Oh, did I hit the red one? Oh, we have red parts? Cool. Are you run out of apologies? Sorry, not sorry. Did he just plant the palm trees? He had no reason to be down there. He did. But they're much tinier than I was expecting them to be right now. But they will grow. They will. I knew they were going to be tiny because these are tiny, but I don't know. I was kind of expecting to come upon some full-size palm trees. Cheaped out at the plant store. So they're saplings that we have to grow ourselves, actually. And you don't need a tree planter anymore. You can click them down individually. It took a while, but I'm wondering if I can sustainably farm through clicks. Yeah, irrigation. We got groundwater reserve here and a bit of this. This is set to be used first, so the groundwater always stays up. Trash is almost gone. Probably don't need all 4 burners. That'll be good too. That'll be a huge health boost. We're actually pretty close. If I built many more factories, they might start dying. If your health goes below 0, yeah, your population growth, very little, because they're not healthy. We have a lot of air and water pollution. This is causing a lot of air pollution, though. 9 death each. But we got rid of the landfill pollution. This isn't being counted anymore, which is good. Go bribe that settlement. We're doing our part. These are flares, so we don't have stage 3 yet. So we only have the recipe that can turn medium oil into diesel and light oil, which means I'd eventually have too much medium oil and light oil. So I've routed what I can over here, and I built gas burners. And I have both oils going into both of them. So they just burn whatever. I told them to burn the heavy oil first. I don't know why, but I did. Look, he's burning the light oil. Anyways, they're mostly full of steam. And then they put steam in to process it. And the only one I'm using is the medium oil. And then that turns into diesel, which we actually do take out and use. So anything we're not burning in here to turn into steam, which is like 90% of it, we're burning here to turn into poison. But eventually we'll be able to get rid of the flares and stuff. It'll be good. The cobblestone bridge. Yeah, this is just a limestone issue. Which we fixed. You're gonna drive all the way down there instead of dump right here. Man, I'm gonna end up making this taller. Shoot. So I found out after we started this that you can only plant trees on dirt, which means I can't make it a palm bridge without dirt. Apparently dirt's too steep though, so we would need dirt. No, dirt on rock is steeper. Dirt without rock. See, yeah, there's a spot. You can cut them down even when they're small. Sick. Sick. Not to be confused. Oh, there's no sycamore. With the sycamore. There's a building that does this. But then I have to dedicate a space to it. It's like a farm and it's a big space. And I don't feel like dedicating a space. Whereas this is like, especially on this patch. On the previous patches, you couldn't build where there were trees. I'm not sure about the last one. But I remember not being able to build where there were trees and waiting for my tree cutters. Your builders can knock trees down now. So they're not even in the way, you know? You got Z, which is fill. So they only dump. You got M, which is mine. So they only dig. And then you got N, which is level. Up and down. Actually, they got arrows, eh? Up and down arrow. Down. Oh, that's the angle. No. But yeah, basically, you see like this, where it's green, it's a bit lower, and then it's a bit higher. So anywhere you want to be flat, you want to use N. Do you think that counts as rock? Alright, I don't care that much. Thought maybe he'd target it. Nine, 18, 54. Should be able to fill it all. This is balanced with these, the concrete bags. Nothing else is. Because it's just rocks. Rocks are kind of waste, so I just turned them into sand and stuff. So these high pressure turbines, you output steam low, you eventually get something that can recycle that into power. We do need more power. Says it's fine right now, but I'm betting a lot of stuff is just throttled off. Yeah. Our build parts are all throttled off. Boat, explore. Donate. When you donate to the towns, you just unlock more stuff. And loans, like, there's different stuff. I never really use, I only use trade. Although later you can make trade contracts where you send them stuff and they send you back stuff, and those are good. Once I start getting into loans, it gets bad. And if they like you enough, right, you can adopt their population. The more they like you, the more population you can adopt. He has some trash and some dirt. So he's got to go to a sorter because he can't dump the dirt into the burner directly. And I chose to just put a slot in my metal because it's closest to where the garbage is. So boom, trash is in here, being processed. Now it's here. And I actually put storage for it. And they're not very busy because he just came and picked up basically nothing. I do have to level it. Okay. I was gonna force them to use a road, but... We've been lining everything in this one. That's the trade depot. They actually do need to get there. A paved paradise. Yeah, we put up a parking lot. Actually, though, anywhere I see them parking now, I'm building little stuff because it does reduce their maintenance. We have a lot of iron. I want to get rid of this, but that's actually a good path. They have to go pretty far around. But why are they here? Going to the farm. And the farm doesn't bring anything that way. The farm only brings stuff this way. That's not anything either yet. I think we dig this out now. T corner? I don't know if I put the corner here. I think I put the corner there. Because that's not getting dug out on that side. I think it doesn't care. I think it counts them as solid walls, and this is mostly visual. I believe that is functionally the same thing. Not 100 though. Not 100%. If I'm incorrect, please correct me. They do have to get here. I use this to mark, right? Where I have to remember, like, they have to get rubber there, or civilization ties. So it's paved so that I don't be like, hey, you know, why didn't I put the metal into there? You know, and just mess up. I kind of mark the stuff where they have to go. They built a machine to eat it? What? You lost me. I mean, I've rented a wood chipper. That's basically eating like 80% of my country. Glockenspiel orchestra bells? That's what that guy is playing. Copper refining. So we're about to get like a whole new copper recipe. Not that all of these little yellow dots are things I've researched and haven't bothered to click on yet. Show me your new magic. None of that. Nothing there. Impure copper and acid. We can add acid now. Acid etch the copper, and there's probably something else too. No, not yet. We're still on tier 1 blast ferni. Tree planter is struggling. What do you mean? You can't find fuel from where you are? Oh. Bro, what'd you do? Man, this one was taller, and when I hit it, it didn't do the thing. But yeah, he trapped him. That's not like an emergency or anything, so... That sweet, sweet limestone. Yeah, I want to build this out a bit so we can build a wall here. And then dig down. Speaking of, now this wall is on. That level. Pretty sure I can dig to there and it won't collapse. I can't quite get that. That's fine. I'm just trying to scoop the metal out of here. We're gonna backfill it after. I want to get it out of the way. You know what I'm saying? Why is this a different height? Yo. What's up? They're all different heights. I'm offset one. And I did offset it one. I didn't realize. Every time I lined it up after, it would also offset again. Great for building stairs. See, I don't think there's metal there. No. No. Now I can see it. It said there's not enough for it to register, but I can see it, you know? I don't like to be able to see it. I like to know that I've gotten my money's worth out of the terrain. Nope, that will collapse it. Because it would have been lower right on the corner, see? And then it turns into garbage, and then you have to dig it down even lower. Man, I'm saving. We have a good supply of pure metal, and these are pretty high up, so it's a good time to dig like the dirt and stuff. Whereas the coal, we went down way too deep, and we're just hitting way too many rocks. Oh, that was close. We almost had a good one there. Copper too, they've hit rock. But it's full. Not enough fuel. Oh. Wait, can't I just recover you? Sorry, I didn't think of that earlier. It was almost cleared out. If you click on a vehicle, you can see the pathing. Would not have thought that. Can't path there, right? Glass. You know what? We could have been out of concrete because I placed so many roads. No, I did the math. They're matched up. And this is extra. I don't need to touch this. It's ready to be expanded. We were out due to a mixture of no limestone and me putting it all over the ground constantly. These walls probably use concrete too, actually. Yeah. Did he... missed a spot. And he's not here anymore. It's over here somewhere. He is about to destroy all of those trees. Our palm... oh, look, look. Perfect timing, man. Someone's got to come weed this place, though. Unacceptable. That's my house. I was like, screw these guys. I'm gonna live on an island by myself. Wonder what we've unlocked, actually, and we're not using. Reduce food consumption, grow pops, more health, OSHA. Actually, you have to pay for OSHA. Research efficiency, maintenance. Did I ever turn back on the second research? Not that it matters, because I'm so far behind now. Yeah, everything's back on. Not behind, I'm behind my research. You can play for 10,000 years if you want. I want that amphibious vehicle. Which would be glass. Quartz into glass. Blast furnace. Glass mix and coal. Okay. Well, we need glass mix. Mixer. Yeah. Sand, limestone, and salt, and acid. What's going on with this acid? He keeps popping up here. Mixer. Sulfur. Yeah, we don't have that yet. Go back. Limestone again. More importantly, salt, which I don't know what that is. Let's... evaporation pond. I have brine. Can I build this? It's excellent. So this is the prio switch, so now I can tell it to prio and output. It'll dump the rest. And 32 brine goes to 4 salt. What are we doing with this? You only make 24 brine? 96 goes to 12. Is that what it said a second ago? I feel like it didn't say that a second ago. Anyways, I only need 1. Or we need more brine. You can use seawater too, actually. Six salt goes to 60 glass. 60 glass mix goes to 24 molten glass. 24 molten glass goes to 12 glass until we get a glass maker too. 12 glass can be used to make a lot. So we're gonna need glass for rocking chairs, glass for vehicle too, but that's something that throttles off. You don't constantly build vehicles. Although we have 130, won't throttle off for like 20 hours. Ooh, science too required. And then chips. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot of glass. Not till we get Glassmaker 2. I mean, what? Am I paying per seawater? Use that much power. There's never a reason to prio wastewater. Let's double check that. Can I ever use this? Apparently I can. To make sludge. I feel like I'm not going to do that. What was it called? Evaporation pond. Oh, there's a heated one that's better. But it uses a ton of power. This one just doesn't use any power. So we're still on like tier 2 power, I'd say. Probably want to use the powerless one for a bit. Somebody has to get here. It's a bad spot. Should put it here. Seawater to salt, brine to salt. Yeah. Seawater, go here. This is where we actually want to use it. Priority out. If there's extra, come put it into these. And then there's always going to be extra. I don't really care about how efficient this is. I'm going to use the brine too. I'm thinking that I could put another balancer to tell it to let the brine through first, but it really doesn't matter. It's going to use a bit extra power if we use the seawater, because we are dumping the brine. There. Now they can take both. I could tell it to take the brine first. We're just dumping it in the ocean. So what's happening is both pipes are going to here, and it's the same thing we did with our steam for this. If you put that little joint block right on the input, this is the output, but if you put it there, it's just hard to see here. It can hold both resources. Right, and he burns both. Whereas a pipe can only hold one thing at once. So if the pipe is just connected to it. Now you can do that. I usually do my fertilizer through like 3 or 4 different pipes. Or through one pipe, sorry, but 3 or 4 different ingredients. And it usually backs up like once every 20 hours and fails. So I don't know if I'd listen to that. Just saying this was a bad place, eh? Oh, I can make brine. That's right. I was gonna delete it, actually, to flip it, so the pipe was here, and this one could be there, and it could be directly between them. But then the next one's just gonna hit it. And there will be a next one. So I'm just gonna do this. I thought something was on fire, man. I looked over, I was like, oh no. Don't think I have a fire department. Because there's no fire, right? What's dinging at me? Tree planter again? Yeah, he just keeps collapsing that. Look, we planted all this. Sweet. Low coal. Mining designations outside a mining zone. I actually do want him to clean that up, because I'm going to forget. Is that you? No. You. Box is yellow. Yoink. Where is he? Farm could not store trees. Farm could not store vegetable. Farm could not store potato. Tree harvester still, he'll figure that out. Or sorting plant blocked. Might be important. Low food. My trucks are just busy. This is only going to take him a second. What were we doing? This. I don't overlap that. This is a slag dumping area, just like this one was designated garbage. So it's less workers and way more power to upgrade those. They're so slow, I don't know if I need to rush this. The belt will hold it. Nah. We got lots of points. It tops out at 100 right now. That's just random. It tops out at a different amount, depending like what you have throughout the game. I just happened to read it the first time at exactly 100. Because 100 points at the very start would be enough to just like build everything. Getting salty. Sand, limestone, and salt. Limestone's here. I also dump sand here, and these are set up to be able to use sand. Just using manufactured sand. But if anybody accidentally digs sand, they do put it here and it flows out the belts and does stuff. Not 100 on what, but it does stuff. I haven't built any other sand or limestone infrastructure. It makes a lot of sense to put it here. Where is the sand going? There. Yeah, and just into here if it wants. This is limestone for the old concrete. I could just take this whole belt, delete these. These are less efficient than these. But every one of these tiles on the ground is concrete. I decided not to delete it and to pave everything. There's no maintenance for them either, so once you have them placed down, it's like a net benefit for your people. You know, the city might come out here, actually. We'll pave over it then. Don't want to knock all the trees down. Man, my brain is feeling slow today. Maintenance is still throttling on enough. I don't know what the big maintenance surge was for. You know what? It's probably because it dipped down and we had to compensate for it. But we are coming up on the 4-hour point where normally I take a break, but I was actually up all day troubleshooting my PC. And I don't even know if it's fixed because the earliest it's crashed is 5 hours. It's only ever crashed twice, but it was 2 days in a row. It was weird. But yeah, I think I'm probably going to end the stream early for today because I am very tired. Having trouble putting a factory or a sentence together for that matter. I could probably do one or the other, but both at the same time is proving to be a little bit challenging. So I appreciate y'all watching. If you made it this far, I appreciate like or follow or whatever button gets you back here on whatever platform you're on. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Actually, I'm gonna get a good rest tomorrow night. For the amphibious trucks, I just need to make glass, but I can't figure it out. Ah, what can you do? Anyways, I'm gonna end the YouTube bot there, guys, and then we'll raid out to somebody on Twitch. And yeah, have a good one. 07, as always. And I'll see you guys soon. Cheers.